Okay, so here we go. Here's the boat. You can see there's wax here from where I've been compounding it. If you see in one of the videos, I've been compounding it. I've never touched the spray rail up here, so you can see how chalky and bad that is compared to other places that look a little bit better. Honestly, my plan was to repaint the boat. I was going to roll and tip it, which would be pretty easy to do. Here's the trailer. The trailer is, I've got to put the bow stop on it. New winch, and there's another winch that's much better than that one that comes with it. I put some bow guides. Let me back up a little bit. It's way too close. And it's got the poles on the back. It's got the guides right here and the bow stop. So, and if you include the keel, like, it's hard to miss when you're trailering this thing. Bearing buddies, new tires. It's been raining here, that's why the sand is sprayed up. New tires, new springs, and new axles. And new hubs. And new lights. It's got LED lights. Here is the motor. This bucket and this stand are here because that's how I rinse the motor out. Get the cover off of it. It's a Honda 4-stroke 2008 with the high thrust prop. The only thing about the motor that I don't like is right here, the man before me put a stainless plug in. So he put a motor flush in there. And obviously stainless and this aluminum reacted. So I don't take this plug out. I just rinse the boat out in the bucket. This is your oil fill, so everything here is fine. When I took the lower unit fluid out of it, it honestly looked almost new. In the motor, I've changed the oil. New upper gas filter, new plugs, all new gas lines, new gas tank, new fuel water separator. And the motors run perfectly. I've never even sent the fuel injectors off to be cleaned. Also, I put a brand new water pump in it. On the hull, here is one thing, and if you're a boater, you know what this is. There at one point was a depth finder here, and there are the little screw holes below the water line. So this is a black 5200. And then, you put a screw in there while it's wet with a little washer so it can't take any more water. This winter I was going to sand that off, obviously, and just put a little marine text there. Okay, sorry, my son interrupted me. Let's see. Here's the boat from this side. You can see the hull looks a little bit better on this side. You can see again where I've been buffing it. There's a scratch on here that's a real scratch, okay? And that's from someone getting sideways on the trailer. And this pole was broken when I got it, so I guarantee you that's what scratched this. And again, the spray rail I haven't touched, so you can see the difference between where I've been compounding and waxing a little bit and where I haven't. I haven't done a lot of work on this boat to pretty it up. I've worked on the inside first. Under here, you can see I've redone this teak. So this all looks good. And I'm going to climb aboard here. Okay, just climbed aboard. This is the gas tank that I'm currently using. I put a brand new tank with a new bulb, new lines, new water separator, new fuel line all the way to the motor. And I did that because old tanks will often send a bunch of junk through the lines and clog your fuel injectors. I do have both original tanks that fit under these seats, and they're fine. They just need to be cleaned out, and they come with the boat. So you don't have to have a gas tank like this one that sticks out from the seat a little bit. I mean, that one will go back more, but it's not perfect. Here's the hatch cover. I had to rebuild this because the other one flew off. And you can see I haven't done the door yet. You'll be able to tell when I go inside. You can see the wood that I did do. Here's the top of the boat. There's no soft spots. There's a big hatch here under this gas tank. Storage up under here. You can see I'm under the trees, so that's where these leaves are coming from. And it comes with both anchors. Got that's a nice anchor right there. And I'm going to walk around. Here's the handrails. I haven't done the handrails yet. They're in great shape. There's no rod or anything. I just haven't sanded them yet. Same here. All the lights work. I've redone the lights. VHF, and all the electronics work great. Here's a Bomar hatch. Here's a Cathedral hatch. And there's the third hatch. And this anchor comes with it. It's got a nice little post. Bow rail. There's no soft spots up here. Here's another set of handrails that I have not sanded these yet. And they'll look great. There's nothing wrong with them. There's no rot. They still have the plugs. The plugs are still in the top and everything. I honestly could probably do this in about 15 minutes. Here is a funky spot on the boat. There's no holes in the boat. And you can see there used to be, this wood used to come out to about right here. And I've been getting it up slowly with a sonic crafter tool. The man that had the boat before me, there was a stainless steel plate over this. And he had wood below it, and the whole thing was glued down. And if you look in one of the other videos, you can see that's where he stepped the mast. So he wanted to make a wide plate so it wouldn't damage the hull. And it didn't damage the hull, the decks, everything's perfect. But now I've got to get all this junk up, and it looks ridiculous. Again, I haven't gotten to the handrails yet. Now it's starting to rain on me. And I haven't done the wood for the lights. All the work I've really done so far is inside. I mean, the boat was filthy when I got it. But other than washing it and waxing it and stuff, I haven't done any wood outside. I built this. This is your anchor light. It's a LED anchor light on a little flagpole that I made. And that's an Ipe base. Little things like this. Look, the boat. I haven't even fixed these little holes here where the original hatch had a hinge on it. And like water comes in there when it's raining hard. There's a lot of obvious things that I haven't gotten to yet. Looking from the outside of the boat, you can see it has shore power. And this hooks up to a 30 amp. And it does come with the shore power cord. And there, I think I'm hitting that with the camera. So the shore power works well. Let's go inside. It's got a split door, right? Split door. And then you pull the whole door open. And like, look, even that's loose. Simple things like that I haven't done. Okay, we're gonna go inside. The boat smells good. The cushions were in excellent condition when I got the boat, so I can't take credit for that. I did have them cleaned. The boat comes with this air conditioner. Here's another little problem with the boat. The little screw that goes here that holds the brace for the hatches out. So there's 10 minutes of work I need to do. It's been raining like crazy here, so you can see some of the water on the windows. The ceiling looks fantastic, and if you're up here laying in bed, all of that looks great. The inside of the boat is nice. It's all been painted. I've done the wood. My girlfriend and I did this wood. It's sanded. There are videos of the wood before and after, and even a video of us doing it. We did all these strips. the little strips of wood up there. Here are your electronics. These are both color. Well, I guess I could flick them on. That would probably make sense. Let's see here. VHF radio works great. This light wasn't working, and the ceiling was glued down so well I didn't want to take it off. So I just came all the way through right here to run a wire, and everything works. But I need to put this in a little conduit, a little white conduit, to get it to the edge. And then it will stay up under the wood. And notice I haven't even put it under the wood up here. I fixed this, I think, the day before we went on a trip to Beaufort, and that's why I never got it buried. Here's a hatch. There's another hatch over our head. There we go. The electronics, there's the electronics. Let's see. No, enter. There we go. And they're different pages. They're both color. They both work. This is in great shape. Here's the automatic builds that I hooked up. You can listen. All right. We have the toilet is set up for fresh water. Okay. But the pump isn't on here. I don't know why the pump is not on here. But it's probably a $30 pump, and it wasn't on the boat. But you hit this, and then the toilet will operate off of fresh water, which is awesome. It also, I have an autopilot that comes with it because the boat has hydraulic steering. I've never used the autopilot, but I have it, and I would be really surprised if it didn't work. Let me see here. Here is, you can see the back of the boat. Oh, here. All right, here's a sink here. Now, this is a brass handle, and I'm absolutely positive this pump works. However, this is where, it has a battery charger, a battery conditioner, and this is where the sink comes down, and this is where the water pump was hooked up. So you have the water pump that would run the toilet and the sink. And there's a large water tank back here, and there's water in it, so that's not going to be a problem. It's got a drawer. It's got a large storage here. I guess I could open that. And there's a dry storage here that has like a little coat rack in there. Right now I've got a foam. When you drop the bed down, the bed is huge. And then right here at the end, there's a little square that you need to put down of this foam. So then you'll have a bed. And that's just how the boat is. This big piece drops down, and we have cushions for it. But the end of it is just this piece of foam, this memory foam. You can see here's the wood inside. Everything inside the boat looks great. I haven't, what have I not done? Inside, I haven't like trimmed little bits of white like that. I haven't put aluminum paint on there. Here is the, I use the stick. That's the front window open. The windows on the sides both work great. If it is raining torrentially, and if it's raining hard, there is a water leak that you can get from this window down here. You can see like where I redid the wood. It's probably been doing that for a long time, but that's not this boat. That's all of these windows. If you look at any Nimble Nomad, every one of them, the wood is rotten here. So this boat's actually ahead of the game in that factor. None of this wood has any rot, which is pretty nice. Here is the head, okay? So you're looking aft towards the starboard stern quarter, and you open this up. And now you have a bathroom. There's a shower curtain slider up here. I don't have a shower curtain on it, but... And then here is the toilet. It's a true marine head, self-storage. This is the storage tank, so it'd be easy to remove if you wanted to for some reason. It's got a three-way valve back here that I don't know that I can show you with the light. And it has like the English style pump, which is awesome. This pump is incredible. And you can pump it overboard, which I would never do because I'm not going to be 3 miles offshore in this boat. Or you can flick the valve and you can get a pump out at the marina through the valve on deck. And I pumped it over into the yard when it was just liquid waste. I've got a big yard and it wasn't a problem. Okay. Oh, it's raining outside. Hang on. If we were talking about soft spots on the boat, this isn't really a soft spot. But if you're heavy, like I'm 180, I don't know, if you're maybe 225 or something, you might like feel like this was a soft spot. But I have Ipe, and what I was going to do is make a striped wooden grate here. And I have the Ipe that I will give you. Also, when we're talking about this spot up here on the deck, I'm taking it up, right? And then I'm going to put a rectangle of Ipe down here where it will look like all sailboats do. And a lot of trawlers have it too. They have the rectangular wooden step on deck below the mast or any area you might typically be standing and doing some work. So I'm just going to build one of those, and I actually think it would be nicer than stock. I think maybe the last thing I could show you is this is really nice. All the electronics, everything's connected correctly. It's got dual batteries, brand new batteries, deep cycle marine batteries. They're wired in parallel, obviously. They work off this battery switch. But the other thing I was going to show you is this boat was very easy for me to work on with the electronics because you just fold this down and everything is right there. And I think I can get you a shot of it. The grounding post, there's the grounding post. And you can access it from this door. So that's really nice. Really easy to work on the boat. And whoever's idea this was, I thank them for that. I don't know what else to really tell you about the boat other than it has a lot of room. You can see me standing in it. I'm 6 feet tall. So, and there's more back here. So this is me standing straight up at 6 feet tall. So there's a lot of headroom in here. The only other thing I'd like to do for you is crank the motor up. There's the new water separator. I'd like to crank the motor, but I can't be in here and out here at the same time. But I'll just tell you that the motor runs perfectly. And I'll show you the Ipe, some of the Ipe that I have. There's the boat one more time. I guess it looks like it does in the other videos, except for I've got the North Carolina flag up there. And I'm going to take you over here to the Ipe. And I'm sure you're familiar with Ipe, but here's a bunch of it, enough to do the step where the guy had the mast, and it's got that spot on the deck that looks very tacky, and enough to do, if you wanted to, you certainly don't need to. I was going to do it mostly for looks, but it's also enough to easily do that little step where you come down in the boat. But like I said, it's not really soft. I just thought this would look pretty trick. And if I had someone that's really heavy on my boat, then maybe it would help. Thanks. I hope this helps.